Okay, we're going to take a look at a couple of devices here and go over some definitions. We're going to start with our push buttons here and our selector switch. So these push buttons, we're learning the symbols for these. So these push buttons have a make-break contact on them. So they've got a contact that's closed, normally closed. And when I push it, that opens, and then the normally open closes. So these open and these close, and when I let go, these open and those close. So that is called a normal condition because this is a momentary device. When I let go, it returns to back to where it was. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to check my continuity here. I always check and I be sure I got tone. And now these are the normally open conditions. So when I go to the activated state, they close and I get tone. Okay. Then when I let go, it returns back to the normal condition and I don't have tone. Same thing if I come up here. These are the normally closed conditions. So in the unactivated state, I have tone. In the activated state, they open. So that is the first item that we're going to talk about. Now, these contacts that we're talking about here is if you take a look at the button here, there's the top contacts are closed, normally closed, and the bottom ones are normally open. And when I push this, just a little lever slides down there, or a little switch, and these that are closed open, and it slides down, and it hits the bottom ones, and it closes those. So that's a make break. So these break and these make. Okay. Now these contact blocks on here, here's another push button here. This button here just has normally closed contacts on it. You could have some that just have normally open, or you can have the double set like we just saw right here where it's got both of them on it. But these contact blocks, you can take another set of contact blocks and you could install that right in here, and you could have two sets of normally closed, for example. Or if you even needed more, you could put those on there, and then these just screw on here, and so you could get more contacts, whether they're open or closed, or the double ones here that are the make breaks. And you could just stack these all the way out on each side to have multiple sets of contacts. So that's the way that those contact blocks work on these Allen Bradley push buttons. The other device that we have here is a selector switch. Now this selector switch doesn't have a normal condition because when you come up to the selector switch, it could be toggled over to the left or it could be toggled over to the right. Okay. So whichever condition it was left in, that's going to determine which set of these contacts was open or closed. So you're just going to guess right here and say it was this one. No, that was not a good guess. So in this case, this is open, but if I switch it, it closes. And then these open. And if I switched it back, these opened, and then these were the ones that closed. But once again, it's maintained. It doesn't have a normal position because it just depends on what the setting was the last time that you used it. And so that's the difference between these. These have an activated state to switch between the contacts, and then these ones are maintained one way or the other.